Good morning and thanks for joining us. I'm Monica Coleman. It's Saturday, August 13th. We've got a lot of news to get to, but first, let's check in with meteorologist Brendan Minchef. You're joining us for the first time on Weekend Mornings. Good morning, Brendan. You're coming from Texas, so the morning's a little less muggy, less humid. Tell us a little bit about yourself and what you enjoy so far about Sacramento.
Well, if I say the weather, that's just stereotypical, right? I enjoy the weather. It's really nice. I was just telling you before the broadcast, I've been sleeping with the window open a lot of nights, something we can't do in Texas.
Oh, no.
So definitely enjoying California, and we're off to a good start here. So should we jump into the weather now?
Let's
talk about
honey.
some weather. All right, let's do it.
Now let's get to our top stories. We start this morning with the city of Sacramento announcing a more than $1 million settlement for the parents of Stephon Clark. Clark was shot and killed by Sacramento police in his grandmother's backyard. It happened in March of 2018. And happening today, a vigil to honor 20-year-old Corey Shearer, the man who was gunned down at a party in Rancho Cordova just over a week ago. The former Amador High School football star. The Sacramento Police Department is learning more about a series of mysterious and frightening explosions in the city. ABC 10's Giacomo Luca has those new details and reaction from a neighbor who wants answers. Back in California, several bills are now moving forward after a secretive process that only happens in this state. ABC 10's Morgan Ryder covers all things politics and breaks down the bills making it through. All right, switching gears a bit, let's take a trip down the back roads on this pit stop. ABC 10's John Bartel takes us to Mono County to see the Hot Creek geological site. Speaking of the heat, experts say one of the hottest places in LA County is in the San Fernando Valley. They call it a heat island with lots of concrete and little green space. Let's talk some sports now. The San Francisco 49ers got a taste of preseason football, and the Sacramento Kings added a new player to their roster. Kevin John is standing by with everything you need to know. Coming up in the next half hour of Weekend Mornings, making history with the passage of the Inflation Act. What's going to change as the Biden administration tackles taxes, health care, and climate change?
10 Weekend Mornings.
Welcome back to Weekend Mornings. I'm Monica Coleman. If you're keeping an eye on the time, it's 6:28. Let's go ahead and bring in meteorologist Brendan Minchef. Brendan, when you go outside this morning, it's beautiful, nice and cool, great for a cup of tea. But as the sun comes up, it gets a little warm. You may want to pack a bottle of water with you, huh?
Yeah, if you are going to be out and about today.
Now let's get to those top stories. We start this morning with the city of Sacramento announcing a more than $1 million settlement for the parents of Stephon Clark. Keep in mind, he was shot and killed by Sacramento police in his grandmother's backyard. All this comes as Stephon would have celebrated his 27th birthday just this past Wednesday. Stephante tells us he had events planned this weekend to both honor his life, but also to continue their calls for justice and accountability. Turning now to the homeless crisis, a mother in South Sacramento says she is fed up with the nearby homeless encampment. She has called city officials, the fire department, and police pleading for help. ABC 10's Roxanne Elias has a closer look at the issue. We also reached out to Sacramento police. They tell us officers responded and did not observe any criminal activity at the camp. You can always call 311 with concerns. And now let's verify. A viral tweet warns middle-class families that the IRS is hiring tens of thousands of new agents to audit their taxes. Rayon Detail with the National Verify team is here with the facts. Only 63% of Latino voters in California say they plan to vote in the general election this November. That's according to a poll from the Latino Community Foundation. It's an organization on a mission to support Latinos in. New this morning, if you're ready to Netflix and anything but chill, there's an action-packed, star-studded vampire movie on the streaming service right now. Marcus Allen says it's what to watch. Now to what firefighters are calling a monster fire, showing no signs of letting up. The wildfire is in France, being fueled by intense heat and major drought conditions. Nearly 10,000 people have been forced to evacuate their homes. We have some nice weather to enjoy the new Garlic Festival in Stockton this weekend. After the iconic Gilroy Garlic Festival was canceled, a group in Stockton created their own festival. ABC 10's Kurt Rivera has a look at what to expect. That was Kurt Rivera reporting on that yummy assignment. By the way, San Joaquin County produced nearly 2,900 acres of garlic in 2020 for a cash crop value of nearly $9 million. The festival is today and tomorrow from noon until 7 p.m. at the San Joaquin County Fairgrounds in Stockton. After the break, a group of Sacramento business leaders bringing back a viral challenge for a good cause. You want to hear that story coming up. Before we go, I want to share with you this story. Some local CEOs got a little more than their feet wet, and it was for a good cause. 10 of the city's executives took part in their version of the Ice Bucket Challenge. It's going to be a warm weekend, but it will be a beautiful one. And that's kind of the best thing about California. You get a cool morning, hot days.
Yeah, and especially for August, you know, we don't have any smoke in the air right now in our area. Air quality is good. The only thing is it is going to be hot, and we are definitely going to be feeling it.
Why it's important to make sure you pack that water bottle, wear sunscreen, and just be aware of your body, right?
And always look behind you when you lock your car. Remember, check for kids, check for pets, things like that.
Good tips there. Thank you, Brendan Minchef. We'll see you next time.